What is up? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back and welcome into the first place Seattle Mariners post-game recap. No fancy intro today. We're just diving right into this one. 11-2, the Mariners slice, dice, dissect the Angels all weekend long for a 4-game sweep. They improved to 82-68 on the year. As always, the big three. If you can like the video, it helps out. Comment your thoughts on this team, the game down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for the stretch run here. How many games are left now? 12 games left on the season. We've got the magic numbers up for the postseason and now for the AL West as well. Let's go. Tridents up to finish off this stretch. I am so fired up about what this baseball team is doing right now. I don't even know what angle to start this video with. 7-0 homestand, Cal Raleigh tying Mickey Mantle, George Kirby, 14 strikeouts. The fact that the Mariners won today and Houston and Texas both lost as well. The Jorge Polanco just being an absolute doubles freak. Julio Rodriguez probably playing himself into the MVP race a little bit. I am Leo Rivas with 3 walks. I don't know which angle. Leo Rivas 3 walks probably isn't the angle to start this video on. What a series. What a homestand, 7-0. I am at a loss. I mean, it has been absolutely amazing. Enjoy it, especially if you're, and I'm not trying to lecture anybody, but if you're a younger Mariners fan, please enjoy this. Now, they haven't clinched anything yet. So, still a lot of baseball to be played, a lot of baseball to be won by this team. They shouldn't just sit back and, we won 9 in a row now. Oh, yeah, and they won 9 in a row. That's the other thing. Could be a talking point. But just enjoy this because I'm going to be 40 in a year, I think, 2 years, a year and a half. I've sat through so many seasons where on September 14th, I could not care less about the Seattle Mariners. Not in a, I've always still watched the games, but whatever. Very much like probably Angels fans were today. Sure, I'll watch the game, but not invested in it. So many years of that, so many years of just pain. It's not over yet, but this team is just, they're rolling and they have such an amazing opportunity that is now right there in front of them. They control their own destiny. They still got to go to Houston. That is going to be a dogfight. That is not going to be an easy series. Paredes might be back for that. So this is not a declaring victory here, but soak it in, enjoy it. Because as much as it's stressful, it's fun. The stress is what makes sports fun. It's what makes those wins, the elation after it, because you poured so much energy into it. You all the spring training articles you read, every game you've watched, every pitch you've watched. This is why. This is why. And they've got it right in front of them. They got to win on the road. They've had some rough road trips last time out. Time to buck that trend a little bit here. But I mean, it is just all right there for them. Mariners are a full game up now on the Houston Astros, who lose today to the Atlanta Braves. So that magic number is 11. Now, again, they play the Astros 3 times. That's going to determine a lot here. But there is now a magic number for the division. And I always say the playoff magic number absolutely matters because first and foremost, you got to get in the dance. With Texas losing to the Mets, thank you, Mets, finally. That magic number is down to 9. So that's a combination Mariner win, Ranger losses would bring that down. Great news is tomorrow, Mariners get a well-deserved off day. Houston and Texas play each other. So one of those magic numbers is going down by 1. Either the playoff magic number will be 8 or the AL West magic number will be, it would be. Yeah, it would be 10. So that magic number drops tomorrow. One of those magic numbers is going down. Cal Raleigh ties Mickey Mantle. I mean, just the stuff that Cal Raleigh is doing this season. Tying Mickey Mantle for the most home runs by a switch hitter in a single season in baseball history. I mean, you hear the name Mickey Mantle, and I'm old, but I'm not Mickey Mantle old. I mean, my father was. He could tell you, if rest in peace. But if he was here, he could tell you about Mickey Mantle. Watching him as a kid, these are legends of baseball. Their names are not brought up daily. I mean, they're brought up daily. You know what I mean? Like in terms of people passing them for stuff they did. That does not happen. For Cal Raleigh to pass Mickey Mantle, I think he tied, right? Tied Mickey Mantle, sorry. He should pass him. I think Cal will get one more at least. It is just absolutely incredible. 2 away from tying Griffey for the most home runs in team history. It just absolutely continues. A special season from Cal Raleigh. I'm kind of on the re-sign Jorge Polanco train. I was a little bit I've been kind of skeptical of it, all season. Not that Polanco hasn't been great, but do you bring a guy like that back? He may end up being a little too expensive. I don't know. That's going to be an off-season conversation, but it would be hard not to be excited about it. 3 more doubles today for Polanco. I didn't mention Dom Canzone, 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. How about Julio? 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. I think, was it 2 doubles for Julio today? It was 30 doubles on the season. I have no idea why Christopher Negron sent Cal Raleigh on that one, but we can laugh about it now. He's playing himself. He's not going to win the MVP, but Julio Rodriguez has absolutely played himself into that top 5 category 100% for the Mariners. George Kirby talked about needing bounce backs from guys, right? Luis Castillo needed it. He did it against who did he pitch? Did he pitch against the Yankees? Yes, he did on Friday. All the wins are blending together at the end of the year. And he did against the Braves. Kirby has been frustrating, right? He was not great against the Cardinals, not good at all against the Mets, and awful against the Rays. 6 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 14 strikeouts, tying a career high for Kirby, which he set earlier this year against the Angels. In his last 19 1/3 against the Angels, George Kirby has 37 strikeouts, which is just crazy. Brian Wu last night and George Kirby tonight combined for 12 1/3 with 27 strikeouts. That is absurd. Listen, I get this Angels lineup, especially without Zach Neto, and it is not great, but this is not the worst lineup in baseball either that they're doing this against. This is an Angels lineup that still is Mike Trout, not the player he was, 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. Still a quality starter. Joe Adell's a good player. Taylor Ward is really good. And they've got some other depth pieces that are all right as well. So it's super impressive. And we know the offense is good. Doesn't mean it doesn't have its flaws, but we know it's good. We've talked about the pitching having to step up, and they absolutely 100% did that this series, especially. Who started? Logan was game. No, gosh, like I said, they're all blending together. Castillo was Friday. Bryce Miller was Thursday. And Bryce Miller had the 11 strikeouts and no walk outing as well. Like to see a little less runs. But they need that third guy, right? Because like I've said multiple times, if, again, fingers crossed, they get into the postseason, it's going to be Brian Wu. It's going to be Logan Gilbert. Who's going to be number 3? Is it Castillo? Is it Kirby? Both made cases for it this weekend against the Angels. Emerson Hancock and Casey Legumina do their jobs. 2 2/3, give up 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. Mariners strike out 18 Angels today to just 1 walk. A phenomenal, phenomenal day in series for the Seattle Mariners pitching that continues. It's not a shock that this team has taken off and won 9 in a row, with the offense playing outstanding, no doubt, and the pitching picking up. Because if this pitching is going to be anything like it was last year with the offense they have this year, there's not a lot of teams that are beating this baseball team. They're not. Again, doesn't mean they're unbeatable. No team is. No team in history of baseball is unbeatable. But there ain't going to be many people that want to face the Seattle Mariners team when all that is just locked in and working together for this team. Offense puts up 16 hits, 4 walks. I've come close. I said this offense is going to have a 20-run game when they acquired Geno and Josh Naylor. They had an 18-run game. They've had multiple 11, 12-run games. Not that 11 is necessarily close to 20, but they had the 11 through 4 innings. So I thought maybe we'd had a chance tonight to do it. But again, Randy 1 for 5. Not a great day or anything, or I think a great series from Randy and Geno. But you know what? Maybe both them get going on the road trip a little bit, which would be huge. Cal 2 for 4 with a walk. Cal on base 3 times, scores 3 runs, the single and the home run, tying Mickey Mantle 54 on the season for Cal. And again, lumbering home a little bit on the Julio double. Thought they maybe should have taken him out a little bit earlier. It was funny. George Kirby was perfect through 4 innings in this game. And I was kind of like, I don't know if a perfect game, I would have celebrated a perfect game, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it would have been best for the Mariners, because nice to get Cal out of this game a little bit, nice to get Julio out of this game a little bit, give these guys a bit of a blow, give them a day and a half off. Julio gets that. Cal gets it a little bit. Harry Ford catches the last 2 innings. I'm thinking they gave Cal 1 more at bat to try and break the record at home, assuming he probably gets 1 on the road trip home run. But it's tough, right? That is the one thing when you get into these points in the season. Like, you can't manage a game for George Kirby's perfect game. You can't manage it for Cal breaking a record. You got to win the games first and foremost and take care of the guys and hopefully getting them ready for postseason baseball. Harry Ford did come in and catch, didn't get an at bat. Julio 2 for 3 with the 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. That is now 91 RBIs for Julio. Should be getting 100 this year. RBIs, you never can guarantee him because it depends on who gets on in front of you, but Julio's going to be certainly knocking on that door. Victor Robles comes in for Julio, goes 1 for 2. Josh Naylor, 2 for 4 with a run scored and 3 RBIs. I mean, they're just doing so much. I don't even remember Josh Naylor having 3 RBIs. I think he had a 2-run single and a sac fly. Polanco, like I said, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 3 doubles. That gives him 28 doubles on the year. And T-Mobile is not an easy doubles park, actually. Funny enough, it's from my understanding, I don't think it's like the worst home run park, but it suppresses doubles very well. There's the dogs. It would not be a video without them. Gino 0 for 5. Gino's got to get going. You can stomach it right now because what the team is doing. Maybe in some ways it's a little bit of a good thing because you got one guy a little cold that can kind of boost it up a little bit. So, for Gino, obviously, I'm sure he's pumped that this team's won 9 in a row, but maybe a little motivation for him to have a big road trip here and finish strong. And here's the thing. This offense is so good that you can afford Gino doing this, right? The point of bringing Gino Suarez back wasn't that he's not Mr. Consistency. He is, like a lot of these guys, which is probably the one concern you have. There's some boom or bust to their game. But the hope is Gino has enough booms over busts that did not sound appropriate, but has enough of those that you're okay, right? He gets one more this season, maybe gets going in the postseason. He does that. It's a better bet than what Ben Williamson would have given you. Now, in the offseason, again, we'll have a conversation what you want to do there. Good to see Dom check in, 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. I think he had just missed a home run. He has a double as well. That was his 10th of the year. Dom's cooled off a little bit, and it's not so much that Dom's been absolutely fine. Just the power hasn't quite been there, but good to see him drive in 3 runs. That right field platoon working out pretty well with Robles, Canzone, and then Raleigh, good depth to have there. Leo Rivas 0 for 1, but with 3 walks. Again, absolutely fine. He should be over Cole Young in the pecking order to the point where I'd almost bring up Ben Williamson for Cole Young or Miles Mastroboni. Bring up Ben. You've got kind of that backup third baseman to Gino. Maybe see if Ben's powers kind of can translate a little bit here. I don't know. He's not going to play a ton, obviously, but there's not a lot of point of having Cole Young on this roster right now. Rivas is just better. Again, I've said it before. It doesn't mean going forward that Cole Young isn't the better player, but right now it's Rivas. JP, 2 for 4 with an RBI single and a run scored. JP is so important because that bottom of the order, when you've got Leo Rivas, and before for a little bit it was Cole Young doing their thing, working walks, getting on base, along with JP, you can supply the occasional power, the occasional double. I mean, JP's got a 719 OPS, and it's like your worst hitter. That's pretty dang good at the bottom of the order. When JP is hot, it feels like this team really gets going because when you got the bottom of the order turning it back over to the top, good things are happening. Cole Young comes in. Rivas goes to short. Cole Young plays second, does not get an at-bat in this game. Nice job by the Angels to bump up Kyle Hendricks. That really did a lot for them, didn't it? I guess we appreciate that. Good call on that one, guys. Mariners go on a 6-game road trip. It's going to be tough. Kansas City's pretty much out of it now. They're 7 games back. They're not going to catch you. But I think they're going to start Cole Reagans in this series coming off the IL. These games matter, right? It's probably not going to be important for Kansas City, but it's definitely important for the Mariners. Take a deep breath. And I will put out, and this is, again, I feel like I say things sometimes and it comes off negative, but I actually mean it in a positive sense. Stick with this team. They're going to lose a game. I highly doubt they're finishing the season on a 21-game win streak. It would be amazing. They're probably going to drop a game somewhere in here. We just got to take a deep breath, and then you bounce back the next day. Stick with these guys. They're going to come through. Let's believe in them. I'm not saying if they lose the next 7 to just, picking daisies and strolling through the forest here or anything like the forest or I don't know, whatever it is. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying to ignore problems, but let's finish this. Let's get this team across the finish line. Cheer them on if you're going to T-Mobile Park for that final homestand. Bring this home, guys. Bring this home. You all deserve this. We deserve an AL West title. And I'm sorry, I know that's not how sports work, but damn straight it's how it works. We deserve it. This is, if someone wants to clip this, if the Astros win the division, that's fine. You guys know me. I am not arrogant about this team at all. I'll be optimistic, but I've never been someone that's been arrogant. Even this isn't arrogant. I am not saying it's going to be easy. It is not. Houston is going to battle you in Houston for 3. That is going to be a tough, tough series. You've got to go take that crown from them. Anytime you pass a team, you've got to beat them. Seahawks had to get through the 49ers to win that Super Bowl. It was not going to be allowed. They weren't going to get to face the Panthers in that championship game. They were going to face the 49ers. You're going to face the teams that you've got to knock those teams off their perch. They have to go to Houston and win that series. First, they got to take care of Kansas City, which, again, not going to be easy, but they have to do it. Can they do it? 100%. 100% they can do it. Will they do it? I think they will. Am I guaranteeing it? Can't guarantee anything in sports. Great day overall, right? I mean, like I said, the Mariners win. Texas loses. Houston loses. Seahawks win. This is a great day for Seattle sports. I don't think it could have gone much better. I don't know. Did UW win yesterday? Again, I'm not a UW fan, but my team won. ASU won last night. So my alma mater took home a W. I don't think it could have gone any better. Well-deserved day off tomorrow for these guys. Enjoy the Texas and Houston game because no matter what, that magic number is coming down. It's either going to 10 for the West or 8 for the playoffs. Here we go. Stretch run here. It's go time. Tridents up. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, go Mariners. Peace.